Imagine finally getting everything you ever fought for. You climb all the way to the top, and when you open your hands, they're still empty. Not because you failed, but because something deep inside you is still missing. And the worst part, no one else can see it. From the outside, you're winning. From the inside, nothing changes. So why does success feel like something you just can't hold? This video is not about Facebook. It's about a quiet lie we all live inside. If I succeed, I will finally be whole. The Social Network isn't a film about creation. It's a tragedy about compensation. Not the loss of money, not the loss of power, but something far more invisible. The inability to feel truly understood. On the surface, it looks like ambition, but underneath, it's starvation. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't build connection because the world needs it. He builds it because he does. And that leads to one haunting question. What if success is just loneliness wearing a different face? A young man in a room. No war, no enemy, no real struggle, except one. The suffocating feeling of not being enough. And that's where the obsession begins. Because when you feel empty, you don't connect. You compete, you build, you prove. We call it ambition. We call it genius. But underneath all of it is something much simpler. See me. Not for fame, not for attention, just for proof that you matter. And once your worth depends on being seen, you stop looking for people and start building systems that guarantee visibility. But what if we've misunderstood his entire story? What if he wasn't trying to connect humanity, but trying to convince the world that he already mattered? Success arrives, and everything scales. Money, power, attention, noise. But connection doesn't scale. And here is the contradiction. The man who linked billions of minds cannot connect with a single person sitting right in front of him. If the whole world knows your name, but not a single soul knows your heart, what are you? A person or just a highly optimized image of one? The more connected his world becomes, the more isolated it grows inside it. Achievement is measurable, connection is not. So the mind quietly replaces one with the other. We move, we build, we chase. Because stillness feels like emptiness. But the finish line keeps moving. Because nothing external was ever designed to fix something internal. So maybe the real question is, what if success is not the goal, but the escape? He ends up entirely alone. Not because people left him, but because everything meaningful already did. And then comes the smallest, most human gesture in the film. A friend request, sent to the past, to the only person who knew him before the armor. And then he waits. Refresh. Nothing. Refresh. Silence. The man who re-engineered human connection is completely powerless to receive it. So we return to where we started. What if everything you achieve is just another way of asking to be loved? If that's true, then success was never the destination. It was just the most convincing distraction. The social network was never about technology. It was about a generation that learned to connect everything, except itself. And maybe the most uncomfortable truth of our time is this. The more connected we become, the less understood we feel. So here's my question to you. No explanation, no context. When everything goes quiet, what hurts more? Not being admired or not being understood? One word. Admired or understood. I read every single comment, because your answer says more about you than you think. And if you want cinema to become more than entertainment, if you want it to become a mirror, you are already in the right place. Welcome to Cinemato.
Done.